This is your boy T.O. Fit 2.0, the CEO of Prolongevity Fitness, aka the Line of God, and welcome to the Line Experience. Today, I would like to reintroduce myself to you and let you know how I got started in the business of pretty much helping myself and helping people across the globe. Now, 6 years ago, or a little bit over 6 years ago, my now 16-year-old, he looked at me in my face and he said, "Dad, I don't want to see you die."
Dad, I don't want to see you die.
So you're probably wondering why a 16-year-old would tell his dad that he does not want to see him die. He said this primarily because I had many different health issues I was dealing with at that point in my life. And the first health issue I would like to discuss, or that I would like to bring to light, is prehypertension. All right, the second health issue on the list is acid reflux, baby. The third health issue on the list is extreme nosebleeds. And the fourth health issue on the list is an irregular heartbeat, baby. All right, the fifth and final health issue on the list is weak lungs, baby. So I know I just hit y'all with all these different illnesses I had, and y'all thought I was just gonna leave y'all out in the dry like that. So first, prehypertension, baby. I'm gonna let you in on a few little, secrets, a few different demons I had to actually fight off me. So with prehypertension, what I felt like each and every day while asleep or awake, my brain was so compressed, I thought that my head would fall off or blow off or whatever the case may be. It was times where I just couldn't focus. I couldn't do normal, everyday tasks. Everything that I did was extremely difficult. My chest always hurt. My eyes always feel like they were tight and strained. Everything about me just wasn't who I was really meant to be, or I wasn't who God created me to be. So prehypertension, still remember the first day I went and checked my own blood pressure, and on the screen it said prehypertension. At that moment I was like, wow, I'm basically in my early 30s. I'm not gonna be on no medicine. And I told my wife that, you know what, this will not defeat me. And January 2013, I woke up, I told my wife I'm gonna get me a gym membership. And from that point forward, my life changed. So let's move on to acid reflux. So, acid reflux, right? What did it do to me? One of my biggest and most scariest moments that I encountered with acid reflux, I remember one particular night when I woke up and I was drowning on my own internal fluids. Yes, you heard me correctly. I woke up in the middle of the night because I was almost drowning on my own internal fluids. Literally almost died. Now, in retrospect, right, in the midst of me almost drowning on my own internal fluids, other things that I used to deal with, if I ate any type of, spaghetti or pizza or any type of anything that had marinara sauce in it, like late at night, early in the morning, I would wake up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Again, my internal fluids would be coming back out my mouth, out my nose. My throat would be burning so insanely, so badly, right, that I had to drink a little water and I had to sit up for another hour or two just because the pain was so excruciating. So acid reflux, literally near drowned in my own internal fluids, and literally internal fluids came back up my mouth, out my nose, many nights, nose, mouth, throat burning for an hour or two straight before I could even be comfortable enough to go back to sleep. Then I had to end up sleeping at an incline. Now that was crazy. That was crazy. Now, let's move on to extreme nosebleeds, right? I'm getting you real ground zero issues, experiences that I actually had to deal with before I decided to take control and save my own life. So extreme nosebleeds. I remember the first day I had an extreme nosebleed. I was actually taking a shower, right? And I looked down, I felt something kind of strange because people don't understand, once your body starts doing something, and if you pay close attention, you will always know whenever that moment, that feeling or that, catastrophic event is about to take place again. So I was in the shower and all I remember was I felt something strange and I looked at my hand and I saw blood, right? But I didn't just see a speck of blood. My nose was running blood like somebody had turned on the tap outside. That's how much blood was literally coming down my nose. So literally at that moment, I had to get out the shower, right? And at that moment, my heart was beating so fast because first off, I was afraid. Second off, I've never had something like this happen to me before in my life. So me being the guy that I was, I didn't panic because my entire life is built off me allowing myself to take control of whatever situation that is presented on myself, right? So I lays on the couch, I call the wifey in, I tilt my head back, I tell her to bring me some ice, and about 30 to 45 minutes later, right, my nose stopped bleeding. Now, theoretically speaking, this was not the end of my nosebleeds. There were days I would be helping customers at work, my nose would start bleeding, wouldn't stop. There would be days I would be out running or walking, my nose was bleeding, I had to stop my run, lay back on the grass. There were times when I would blow my nose. That's why another reason why people don't understand, like, I had to do my best not to catch a cold because the least little bit of force I put blowing my nose or doing anything dealing with my nose would bleed excessively. So literally I had to change everything about me. Everything about me building up the tolerance, right? To cold weather, to heat, to sweat, to every lifestyle people see me live right now. It wasn't about, I didn't start doing those things because it was cool. I started doing those things because in order for me to mandate my body to adapt, right, to those excessive nosebleeds, I had to introduce myself to all these different types of elements, whether it be rain, whether it be snow, whether it be swimming in water, whether it be running in the cold, whether it be running in extreme heat. Because if indeed I was going to be this guy doing all these different, obstacles or facing all these different elements as I live and progress, I had to mandate my body to adapt somehow. Now, me being the man that I am, out of all the research and out of all the, trials and tribulations I've faced throughout my life, one thing I do know, when indeed the body is stressed, right? When indeed the body is placed in extreme adverse situations, it would do its best to save itself. So I knew for a fact I had that going for myself. So as I progressively, introduced myself to all these extreme situations, I noticed as time progressed, everything that I just mentioned, prehypertension, extreme nosebleeds, acid reflux, I pretty much had to mandate my body to be stressed in order for it to build up, antibodies, different level of tolerance to pretty much allow itself to perform at a high level, or at least at the level that I needed it to perform at. So let's move on to irregular heartbeats. Now, theoretically speaking, what I mean by irregular heartbeat, right? There were days when my heart would beat really, really, really slow. Really, really, really slow, right? Because when you're 250 plus pounds, right, you out of shape. There's no way you can be in shape. And there was days when I could hear my heart beating so fast that I could really feel as though it was going to jump out of my chest onto the floor. So when you overweight, right, when you're not eating right, when you're not drinking right, when you're not thinking right, when you're not introducing yourself to the right situations, your body knows. So again, when my heart was speeding up and slowing down, what it was trying to do was save itself. Again, because like I just stated, regardless of what we do, the body will always do its best to save itself, regardless. So let's move on to the next catastrophic illness that I was faced with a little bit over 6-7 years ago. So weak lungs. Okay, so what does weak lungs do to a person? Again, it goes back to being 250 pounds overweight. I mean, my ideal weight, it should be around what I'm at now, 130 something, 140 something. That's my ideal weight on my body fat where I perform my best or I feel my best. Now, weak lungs means I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without being tired. I mean, I couldn't sleep at night. I mean, I was always felt like I was short of breath. And I mean, pretty much there was nothing that I could do comfortably. Especially when I live in Texas, right? So when it's 100 plus degrees outside, when I went outside, I felt as though I was suffocating, literally. I would sweat so excessively, I had to switch 2 to 3 shirts. If I did, I walked outside for a moment. But it goes back to, it doesn't matter how bad we treat our bodies, right? Our body will do its best to save itself. So I know you guys wondering right now, right? After I just finished giving you all of my truths. What did I look like 6+ years ago weighing 250 plus pounds? So take a look. So my first goal was to help myself before I could help anybody else. I had to first step into my mindset, right? To change how I processed information so I can change who and what I would become. Now, once I changed who and what I became, the first person God blessed me to change was my wife. So here you go. Take a look at the two of us, straight up lions God released from their cages. All right. If you watched until the end, right? If you stayed with me right up until this point, I know you have major questions right now. So I know you're wondering what happened to my prehypertension, extreme nosebleeds, acid reflux, irregular heartbeat, and weak lungs. Let me tell you this. I never went to the doctor. I never allowed a man to try to fix me. I am so synchronized with my Father, Lord God, right? He took all of my weaknesses away from me and made them into my newfound strengths. Let me repeat. He took all of my weaknesses away from me and made them into my newfound strengths. Now, if you continue to go with me on my journey, right, for the next X amount of years until I die, I promise you, the person who you are right now, it'll be kind of like saying, it was nice knowing you, but I'm about to transform into a higher version of myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. It was at this moment God blessed me to become the Lion of God, representing courage, strength, and excellence. Look, I want to thank y'all for riding with me today, right? I want to thank y'all for watching my video. I hope y'all learned a lot. I hope y'all was inspired. I hope you are now motivated to become a better version of yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And look, you've been blessed by the Lion experience. I hope to see you in my next video and my video after that. Look, this is a lifelong commitment. There's no 30-day plans. There's no 2-day boot camps. This is a lifelong commitment that I have given to my Father, Lord God. So again, thank y'all for tuning in to the Lion Experience. Y'all have a blessed and a spectacular day.